Okay, we're now on to video number 6, and we're going to be adding a button. We're going to do this in two parts. We're going to first make the button, and then we're going to put the script in that will make the button work. So obviously this is going to come as 6, part 1 and part 2. All right, as always, before we start this, make sure you have you have saved a copy of your project, whatever copy it is. So our plan is to make a button, place that button on a layer, and then write the script for the button to make it work. This is not a hard project, it's just many steps involved. All right, so process number 1 is making the button. We're going to, as usual, lock all of the layers. We're going to unlock the bottom layer named button, and we're going to click in frame number 1, which is a keyframe. We're going to choose a shape. I'm going to use the oval tool. I'm going to drag out a small oval, and I'm going to make sure it has no fill. Next, I'm going to select the text tool, and somewhere near the oval, I'm going to type the word go, and I want to make sure that the font size is appropriate so that the word go will fit inside the oval, because the next thing we're going to do is use the selection tool to drag the text over the tool and make sure that the text is somewhat centered inside the oval. We will group the oval and the text. We're going to save our work, and with the group selected, we are going to choose from the Modify menu, Convert to Symbol. From the sub-menu, we're going to choose Button. We're going to give the button a name. I'm going to use the word Go, since that's what the button does. Next, in the Properties panel, look for Instance Name. Click on the box and give the button the instance name Go underscore, although that may not be obvious at the moment, there is an underscore there, BTN. This says that it is the Go button, and BTN says it's a button, and I'll show you why you care in a moment. Save your work, then place the button on the stage sort of at the lower left-hand side and save again. Once you have done that, you have completed making the button, and then we will go on to, in the second part of this, how do we script the button. So going to Flash. All right, here we are in Flash, and I want to click in the button layer, and I want to unlock it. And I really want to lock my text layer. So now everything but the button layer is locked. I'm going to choose, notice you could choose anything you wanted. I, just out of cussedness, use the oval as my shape. So now there is my oval. It's now filled. Well, I want to click on that. I want to choose no fill, but I really would like a slightly larger, let's say 3.5. All right, there is my outline, and just for fun, let's make it the dark blue. All right, so now I've got that, and now I want my text tool, and I'm going to click, and this is going to be way too big, so I'm going to choose the word go, and I'm going to drag that on top. No, it turns out to be okay, so that's fine. And is it perfectly centered? No. Do I care? Not really. All right, by dragging a square, I have, and you can see I've selected both items, so I'm going to modify and group. And now I'm going to save. So now that's all together. All right, now with this group selected, I'm going to go to Modify, Convert to Symbol. I'm going to choose Button, which is already selected. Remember, we made our compounds movie clips. Well, now we're going to do buttons. and I'm going to call this Go. And I'm going to say OK. Now notice over here in the library, I have a Go button, and so I can reuse this button anytime I want to. All right, I'm going to Command S and save just in case. And now I'm going to move this down into the lower left-hand corner of the screen and save once again. And now I'm all set. So we have now a button on our bottommost layer. Let's see what happens as we move out. Notice that that is going to be on top of part of the electrophoresis apparatus. If I care desperately, I can add a new keyframe and delete the button and then put it back in if I need it again, which I will, and we'll see that. So there you go. We now have our button and we're ready to script it. Actually, we're not quite ready to script it. As I watched this, I realized I forgot to do one of the key things. Selecting the Go button, we need to give it an instance name. So I'm going to find, it says instance name. I'm going to type in Go_BTN. I'm going to click off. Yes, that's there, and I'm going to edit, save. Now we've completed it.